And you mentioned like, initially just finding brokers that you wanted to contact. And I mean, but some of them maybe only deal with small multifamily. Maybe you're looking for something bigger or vice versa. So how do you go about like determining that this broker would be somebody that has the kind of deals that I'm looking for?
Well, because you sort of look at their website. I mean, listen, it's kind of limited, right? I mean, there are not a whole ton of brokerages around the country dealing with these bigger properties. There are a few really large ones that are national, like CBRE and Marcus and Millichap, and some others that everyone's familiar with. There are also some regional ones as well in the market. I think when you start Googling, it becomes apparent who they are. Sometimes there'll actually be press releases in local papers about the stuff you can look for to find out who the players are. You definitely, again, you want to ask that network. That's why you want to build a network first, right? Because they'll tell you who they are. I think it's a little bit harder to find brokers for the smaller properties because at least I haven't really seen like sort of specialty brokers in, say, 25, like the under 50 unit space. Maybe they exist, but I haven't found them. I think a lot of those properties tend to be a little more scattershot in who they get listed with. So you maybe just want to, if that's what you're shooting for, just know more brokers in the market, right? Just try to establish more relationships so that when they get one of those deals in the door, they're going to think of you. And obviously another piece of this too is that you got to keep these relationships warm. You have to have some way of communicating regularly with people so that they remember that you exist. And that could be as simple as just, every couple of months, just shooting them an email saying, "Hey, how are you? Was thinking of you. Just want to let you know we're still looking for X, Y, and Z. Please think of me when you've got one." To putting together a newsletter that you send out once in a while. I wouldn't. I send out an almost daily email, but that's really aimed more at people who want to learn about multifamily and my investors. I don't include brokers on that. They don't. You don't need to include them on that, although some of them have signed up for my list anyway. But I mean, for brokers, I would say, if you touch them once a month or so, that's probably plenty to let them know that you still exist.